From my experience with 2K Lab is that they just run the tests and they just throw out the facts. On the flip side of that, my experience with 2K is that they run their finesse and they sweep the facts under the rug. Is NBA 2K seriously trying to discredit 2K Lab, the only service that provides millisecond detailed information about your jump shots? 2K Lab representing the people, 2K representing big corporations. We finna get into all the details. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub if you can. You guys can help us get one step closer to 100K subscribers. As you guys know, I don't like to waste your time, so let's just jump right into it. I don't believe 2K fully realizes how much 2K Lab has actually been their savior, saving a lot of players from just up and leaving the game. And the reason why I'm saying that is because information is power. And one thing that 2K is good for is leaving you with a lack of information. Let me give you guys a perfect example. Within your green window, do you guys understand that you have 3 different make percentage? There's a slightly early make percentage, a middle make percentage, and a slightly late make percentage, and those numbers vary depending on which jump shot you're using. If we left it up to 2K, a lot of you guys would just think that all jump shots are created equally. If we would have left this in 2K's hands, we wouldn't have even had that info in the first place. Do you guys think that 2K may be feeling threatened by the amount of transparency and insight that 2K Lab is providing the 2K community? Now, we're about to get into greater detail, but let me help break some down initially. Currently, 2K Lab is the only service that you can actually take your controller, plug it directly into your PC, open up 2klab.com using their premium jump shot tool, and while playing 2K, you can get millisecond feedback on your jump shot. Theoretically, while you're playing, if you receive 2 different types of feedback on the same millisecond number jump shot, this would mean that 2K is giving you false feedback. One other issue that I mainly have is the tuning of your green window that Mike Wang has failed to elaborate and give us more information on. Using 2klab.com's premium jump shot tool, theoretically, you guys can narrow down exactly what tuning your green window means. When you guys start bricking out there, that's Mike Wang's approach to keeping shooting percentages more in line with real life shooting percentages in the NBA. Using 2K Lab, you guys could narrow down where your green window is going because it gives you millisecond feedback. Help me understand why this option is not even in the game. Help me understand why we don't know what the tuning of your green window actually means. Why don't we got the information that allows us to become better players and help us understand how to shoot on 2K? Now let's talk about the first shot taken by 2K in an attempt to discredit 2K Lab and the post-patch testing that they found out about shooting on 2K24. Prior to the release of 2K24, Mike Wang sent out this message saying your opponents and teammates won't see your shot meter online in NBA 2K24, but my advice is to turn off the shot meter as soon as you learn your timing. Shot meter off increases your green window size by 20%. 2K Lab ran a test on this and found that statement to be accurate. Now we all know there's been a bunch of drama surrounding shooting on 2K24. The game has only been out 2 months, and it seems like 2K just can't get it right. To address the concerns from the community, they ended up making some adjustments, which leads me to this next post from Mike Wang saying there were only 3 perimeter shooting related changes on the gameplay code side of things in the most recent patch. Number 1, some shots were reporting wide open when they were supposed to be considered open, meaning that a defender is nearby. Number 2, because wide open frequency went down a little, wide open windows were given a small buff in all modes except Pro-Am and Ante-Up. And the third change was that deep threes were given a small buff for high rated shooters, and limitless range got a small buff as well. Addressing community concerns, Mike Wang went on to say, contrary to popular belief, we never patch specific jump shots. First of all, how many of you guys believe that statement? If you're a veteran in 2K, I'm sure you went through a process where you felt your jump shot, your individual jump shot, was specifically targeted and patched. And this change to particular jump shots somehow happened to the most popular jump shots in the game. Our experience in previous 2Ks, you're shooting great for weeks on end, and then randomly, after a patch update, you're no longer shooting well with that particular jump shot. But Mike Wang says, nah, we can't target specific jump shots. It'll take too much. He says there are way too many animation combinations to even attempt that if we wanted to. Now I want to give you guys some context as to what was going on in the 2K community when this post was sent out and why it was sent out in the first place. Players were going absolutely crazy because the shooting update damn near broke everybody's shot. We were already a week or two into the changes trying to figure it out. Mike Wang is getting flooded with messages to fix shooting. And in an effort to help clear up what's going on with shooting, Mike Wang continued on saying, now the big change that did happen with the last patch was a significant change to our online code to reduce latency. He goes on to say, I'm almost 100% sure that's the difference in shooting that everybody is feeling. He says, we're still actively analyzing our systems to make sure that the netcode changes didn't introduce any unintended knock on problems in the shot system, but so far everything seems to be working properly. He says this kind of feels like what we saw at launch when everybody was trying to adjust to the smaller green or miss windows and throwing up bricks. I'm pretty sure you guys will adjust and your shooting percentages will be back to where they were last week. If I'm wrong and there's an actual bug somewhere, I'll definitely let you guys know. We never heard anything from Mike Wang about a bug, so as a player, I'm to assume that there's nothing going on with shooting. Mike Wang saying that it's pretty much your fault, you're missing your shots. It seemed like the 2K community was not buying any of that stuff that Mike Wang was selling, so he ended up sending out this post saying this is really what it boils down to. If anyone has ideas for a better option than these two, I'd love to hear them. Mike Wang was giving us the option. Number one, keep pure green windows, no RNG, which means for the sake of balance, the windows need to be pretty small like they are now so that good players don't shoot 80 to 90% from 3. He goes on to say this makes shooting very difficult for casual players, and it's what we're dealing with right now. The second option was going back to bigger green windows that are easier for most people to hit, but cap the excellent timing boost, reintroducing RNG back to the game, solely to help keep the game balanced. He says this is how 2K shooting has basically worked for the past 20 years. I need you guys honest feedback. Would you like to leave shooting the way it is currently, all these shot timing fluctuations, a 100% pure green window, meaning you guys could hit 100% of your shots? Or would you guys like to bring shooting back to how it was in previous 2Ks? Y'all be sure to sound off in the comment section below. With this type of defense, first of all, I don't believe that shooting was even an issue. In my opinion, it was always that defense could not keep up with shooters creating their open shot opportunities. In 2K24, we have much better perimeter defense, which that alone will allow defense to keep up and prove to be much more of a challenge for shooters, meaning that I would like to see the old shooting come back playing against this new and improved defense. If you applied a good amount of shooting attributes to your 3-ball, it shouldn't be rocket science to knock down threes. We out here feeling like we gotta do math every shot we take. The only indicator that we currently have in 2K24 that lets us know that our green window is being tuned is missing a bunch of shots. In my opinion, that's completely unacceptable. Let alone 2K development has yet to define exactly what tuning of your green window actually entails. If 2K was secure in the product that they were delivering, we wouldn't have these changes to shooting in the first place. Mike Wang confirming that he's not even absolutely sure there's not a bug in the shot system. And to add to that, currently a good amount of players are out there scratching their heads just trying to figure out how to hit wide open shots. And through these 2K community struggles with shooting, the 2K development team has upped and disappeared. No longer connecting with the community like they did to sell the game. No longer giving the community the information they need to adjust and adapt to the game we got in front of us. If 2K24 was considered a stable game, I would completely understand the 2K development team moving on to 2K25. But right now, for a lot of players, 2K24 shooting is in shambles. And 2K has the nerve to throw shots at 2K Lab, the only service that's providing us insight into what's going on with shooting. You see, 2K Lab, they answered the call yet again for the 2K community, running additional, detailed, extensive tests, and they ended up finding out players who take off their shot meter no longer receive that 20% additional boost. And that 20% dropped down to damn near 3%. Now that's a 17% difference to the first test that they ran. You're telling me that they got the test right and it was completely aligned with 2K during the first test, but the second test somehow got it wrong? Post-patch, a 2K employee responded responding to 2K Labs testing, saying that you guys still get the additional 20%. I'm sure a lot of players are feeling like we don't feel that 20%. We're still missing wide open shots. From my experience with 2K Lab is that they just run the tests and they just throw out the facts. On the flip side of that, my experience with 2K is that they run their finesse and they sweep the facts under the rug. From my experience with 2K lacks integrity. Too many lies and too many complications. I would definitely love your feedback on all this stuff. If you're struggling with your jump shot, consider joining NBA 2K Lab Premium. Use promo code AllCity and you guys could save yourself 20%. I will continue to support 2K Lab, the only service that's out there for the people. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join our Discord. We'd love to have you. The link for Discord will be in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV, because we got a bunch more NBA 2K24 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.